Next on my agenda is the civilian agenda. You have the floor.
Autonomous weapon systems have already proliferated and are being deployed in contemporary conflicts to commit war crimes. The range of serious legal, ethical, security, and humanitarian concerns are now a lived reality. As such, states that the CCW have failed in their duty to safeguard against the grave dangers posed by these weapons. We are now required to mitigate the harm already done, beginning with an urgent moratorium on the development, transfer, and use of autonomous weapon systems. While CCW states have deliberated for 11 years, militarized states have now deployed autonomous weapons and civilians have been killed. These systems are capable of analyzing vast amount of human data, recognizing our faces, evaluating our relationships and opinions, and making life or death decisions based on an algorithm. Autonomous weapon systems are no longer a theoretical concern. Killer robots have arrived. As reported by Ashwini KP, UN Special Rapporteur on Racism in July, there is, and I quote, serious risk of grave and in some circumstances deadly racial discrimination resulting from the use of autonomous weapon systems, end quote. Noting that autonomous weapon systems have, and I quote again, intensified the levels of destruction in Gaza, resulting in significant casualties, in particular among Palestinian women and children, I end quote. But it's not just Gaza. These weapons can be developed and used by anyone. No state or entity will have a monopoly over them. The further proliferation of these weapons threaten international peace and security, and a moratorium is urgently required to mitigate the damage. We are pleased to hear that an interfaith event will be held this week on this issue. While a broad range of risks have been evaluated, the most foundational threat posed by autonomous weapon systems is to our shared humanity. To overcome these challenges, humans must recognize the importance of protecting the values that make our human experience possible. Listening to faith leaders on this profound topic is crucial to our progress. Chair, we commend the draft text that you have circulated and believe it provides a solid foundation for the work for this week. In particular, we appreciate the clarification on nominal human input, closing a significant loophole which has so far allowed states to develop and use autonomous weapon systems, but avoid calling it as such to prevent scrutiny. We also agree with the separation between prohibition and regulations, and we stress the necessity for an explicit prohibition on autonomous weapon systems that target humans directly. We now need decisive and collective action to issue a moratorium and agree on a legally binding instrument to protect our shared humanity, safeguard the principles that bind us together, and prevent the imminent and unrestrained proliferation of autonomous weapons around the world. Thank you, Chair.
I would like